Hello and welcome back to the Nihil channel and Walk with the Living. Today is a very special day because today is when I record the end. We are finally going to confront Odgar, but we're not going to do it alone. Today I'm joined by Cole Brayfield, the guy who made the thing. I'm so excited to have you on, Cole. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. Happy to be here. Happy to chat with you.
So I noticed, one of the things I noticed was you changed this while I was playing. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, I think you might need to share your screen with me.
Oh, yep, I totally forgot to do that again.
Yes, yeah. Like the save screen, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, let me make that look better for you. There we go. Yeah, the save screen looks different.
Yes, yeah. That was just a small thing that I had tried to mess with a little bit.
I see, well, I like it, but let's get into it. Chapter 10, It Has Poisoned Me. He's just ahead. Odgar's just ahead. Let's go, I'm right beside you. And there is the man of the hour. I'm ready. Come to me. Endgame, it has poisoned me. Alright, yeah, this is the right save, because Rowan is still here. So I was really impressed that you even had that as an actual option that he would leave.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to. One, I was also wanting to do something that I thought would be kind of unexpected, but then
Well, you
the
succeeded in
solution.
that.
Yeah. But yeah, I also feel like it would just be in character. I was thinking that the two of them, I don't, I think could have a motivation for staying, but also could have a motivation for just kicking it. So yeah. And then I also wanted to say one thing. And I've actually added this as a like small tutorial pop up. But if you click X when you are in battle preparations, it will take you to like the map so that you can actually scroll and see the map.
I like
That
that.
was one thing. Okay.
That was something that you wanted in that just wasn't?
No, that is something that's in. It was just something that I hadn't notified, and so I didn't know if
Ah.
you had. I hadn't seen you do it yet.
No,
So
I didn't know that.
yes, yeah. So that's
Right
something
on.
that I've made more clear. But yeah, I think you can also reposition units that way. So I think it will be
Ah,
helpful,
okay.
or at least these last two chapters.
Let's see. First, I gotta level people up here. So I'm curious, is this
Yes.
from, did you get this idea from, like, the Path of Radiance bonus experience?
Uh, no, it was actually a bit of code that someone already had, and I really liked the idea. I hate like dead growths, so I hate when you have a level up and you either get something like +1 luck or like +1 HP, like something that's not like woo, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then or just nothing at all, which also sometimes happens in
Yeah.
uh, these types of games. So yeah, I wanted some way for there to be a little more player agency, and I thought just in testing it, it was fun to kind of play with character builds a little bit, like messing with like, for example, you immediately gave a lot of the characters defense, but especially Aoife, I found she is helped a lot, I think, by getting some early defense with that. So yeah.
Yeah, in every SRPG, defense is just one of my main stats that I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
let's use that.
Yeah, especially if you're very enemy phase focused, I think that's helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do think I wanna mess with people here. Also, I thought Ghost was a joke character to start, and
Right,
then I started leveling him and was like, this guy's good.
right. Yeah, well, that's kind of the thing with he's got a like consecutive attack uh, with like his claws, right? So that's something that I tried to carefully balance, kind of making him start a little bit lower, but having that potential with that four times
Hmm.
attack that he can get to a point where he can kind of be devastating.
Yes, and my MVP obviously has been Innis.
Yes, I noticed that you kind of like cheesed him a little bit, or but yeah,
or
I
a
love
lot of it.
yes. um, yeah, I've actually though I liked that because I want to try and make it a little more. I'm sure you've noticed that I've tried to make it pretty fast paced, so I
Yes.
try not to give a lot of
Actually, I think that might be good.
empty turns.
All right, I'm gonna get it started here, but I'm gonna save that I did my preps. Where is my cursor? Is not there. That's odd. I'm gonna save it. Sure, right there. Okay. I do appreciate the ability to do that, so I don't have to do that every time.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and this is a new song I haven't heard. So I definitely appreciate there being a different song in the final battle there.
Yeah.
Hmm. And Conal's design, I love. He's awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the portraits that I was like most pleased with that the artist that I work with did. I think she did an amazing job with his portrait, and I also am a huge fan.
Yeah, I think she did an amazing job with all of them, though. Like, I
Yeah.
really think everybody looks really good.
Yeah.
Let's go for this. Oh, yeah, that guy doesn't move, so I'm... oh, that guy does, though. We might have a reset right at the beginning. I should turn that on. Alright, let's get Ghost in here to do some things. Or not, wow. Oh, if he had one more...
Weak to fire, yeah.
If he had one more strength, that would have been good. It's always a little bit of trial and error, I'm sure you've noticed.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Something that was really interesting to me about this game is that it really feels like a puzzle game at times. Like, especially in the early chapters, like, I'm like sitting here like, oh, does this work? Does this work? And constantly just trying to readjust and figure out what works and what doesn't.
For sure. I definitely think, like in any kind of tactics, RPG, strategy, RPG, I feel like there's a lot of, like on the player phase, like just seeing who can do what before you actually kind of make your move. But yeah, I think just I kind of had to limit the number of characters that the player has as, like, especially compared to other games in the genre. You definitely have a much more kind of limited number of characters available to you. So
yes, and I kind of had a joke question about that too.
Yes, yeah.
So, like, did I just kill all of the straight characters?
No, no. And I don't even think that's a joke question because that's been something that in like the Steam reviews I've gotten a bit. And I mean, I'm gay. I'm married to a man, and I feel like one of the big goals for me in this game was like just making sure like relationships that kind of looked like my own. One, I'm just more interested in writing relationships that are like similar to my own experience. But
I think that makes total sense.
yeah, yeah.
Where's he? Oh,
And
I was like, where's that guy going? I thought he would go for Judith, and then I was like, oh yeah, Kira's close to death.
yeah, yeah. I mean, so I definitely see where people are coming from, but I guess my take on it is kind of like there are maybe other places that you could go if you kind of want to have straight relationships. It was definitely something I thought about though and kind of beat myself up over. Really, I was like, should I be having more straight relationships? There are like Fionn and Fionn, the like Cavalier that you can get pretty early on.
Yeah, I remember.
Aoife.
Rip Fionn.
Yeah, they have a yes, they have a support. Yeah, so there's some, but definitely not. My focus was really more on these other types of relationships. Yeah.
Well, I think that's cool. But yeah, I did feel bad about Fiona. Because
Oh yeah.
he was one of my first ones to die. I think he was second to go. And
Yes, you lost. Yeah.
that's something
Yeah.
else too that's been really a really interesting experience for me. Um, because I normally do not play games with permadeath. But in
Right.
the podcast episode I did with you, you really impressed on me that like it's okay, do permadeath. um,
Right.
and I'm really glad I did. It's been a really fun experience partially because of that.
Yeah, I think it. To be honest, I often don't play, especially on like a first playthrough, these types of games with permadeath either. Especially when I was like younger. I would always reset. Like no one's gonna die. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
not playing the
always.
game correctly if anybody dies. But yeah.
All right, let's see what their final, what I'm assuming their final talk is. Be safe, Ennis. Don't do anything wild to protect me. I need you to be safe. My entire strategy is doing wild things with Ennis. That goes double for you. I know we both have reason to worry. I know you're scared. I am too. But I trust you. We're gonna make it through this. I want to move on, but I'm still holding him. I mean, quite literally, you are. I'm still holding this skull, his skull. I need to feel him to feel safe. He's everything I've ever known. And he's gone. I'm sorry. Don't be. I understand. I still want to be with you. I want to be with you too. I know. Okay, I like that a lot too. Because something that I feel like a lot of games don't get right is real relationships are messy and complicated. And
Yes, that's definitely yeah.
online, it really, to me, seems like man, this guy's a problem. The thieves have been a never-ending problem.
I've definitely noticed that. Yeah, and I think a lot of enemies are pretty slow in the game, so they were one of the. I really wanted to have some enemies that kind of were potentially going to be faster than your units, but the thieves maybe, admittedly, have too much speed.
I just don't like the stealing mechanic very much. But let me finish what I
Yeah.
was saying before I get too sidetracked. There's just so much I want to talk about. With relationships and stuff, especially online, I feel like the discourse a lot of the time is like, oh, this is not the perfect fairy tale relationship, and everybody online goes, break up with him.
Right. Yeah.
But in the real world, it can be like, Kira's obviously still hung up on Nihil. But it's like,
Right.
you can find someone that kind of accepts that, and it's like, I mean, yeah, you're not gonna have that perfect fairy tale relationship. Like, people have feelings and are affected by things, and that's just how life works. So I like that.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to have more kind of realistic relationships in that way, and just relationships that were like impacted by the characters and their experiences. So
Oh, that guy hits hard. Let me think. How much is that guy gonna hit? I don't know. That could work. I'm nervous to put him up that far.
yeah, I will say you are playing with a bit more limited of a cast than is maybe expected or like intended for this level. So I do feel kind of bad for you.
I did suspect we've lost some people.
Right.
But that just kind of is what it is. You tried to help me out. You gave me Judith, which was nice.
Multiple people have kind of noted that kind of last minute healer as being helpful. So yeah.
Yes. I also could have had one more person because, as far as I understand, this guy could be on my side. I did
Yes.
peek at the recruitment thing a tiny bit. Who is that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yes, that is one of the items that I kind of added to incentivize some of the like hybrid characters that are magic and strength, because I feel like, again, that's something that a lot of these types of games don't have as much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't want to be in range of that dog, because they're... Is it because dogs like bones? Is that why they're effective?
Yeah, well, that exclamation point is actually like their critical. So yeah, they just have their like fang weapon has a high crit rate. So
But is that why they're... Oh, is it because of the crit rate?
yes, yeah.
I
So that's
see.
what it's
Oh,
notifying.
okay, I see. Because, yeah, now I notice with Kier, he has that too. And I have noticed Conal and Rowan have a talk, so I'll make sure to do that. And I did make a save too to see if the ending is really different without Rowan. Because if you're gonna split the path that late on, then I might as well see both.
Right. I will tell you, it definitely is different.
Okay, then I don't know. It depends how much time you have today if you want to stick around for that. But on the channel, we will definitely see both.
Sure.
Ah.
Yeah, I think
that empty level.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. That's exactly what I was. Never feels good.
Okay.
But then at least you can potentially give some. No level up is completely dead. You can at least get some.
All right, we're gonna end here and see. I'm afraid of Nameless.
Yeah, this is a rough phase.
Because I don't know what he... Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I'm afraid of him. I should have killed you that day. Oh, that's cool they have dialogue. Because he could... If they didn't have dialogue, I feel like he could definitely kind of fly under the radar.
Right.
Ah, got him. Okay. So we're good. That was the thing I was worried about.
No, yep. I was also worried for you, but she with that Calibulb she's doing what she needs to do.
Yes. Another question I had is the Calibulb, is that I know we talked about Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn being a source of inspiration for you. Is that Ike's Ragnell? Is that kind of where you got that idea?
So, I mean,
oh no.
I definitely love that. I definitely love that weapon. I think it's hard not to like. I think it makes Ike just a much more usable character. I really wanted to give her a 1-2 range weapon. Specifically, you actually get a different item. So a little like behind the scenes. The game, depending on like whether characters die or not, has some different options. And so one of the things that changes is that if you have had several characters die, she gets that weapon instead of a different item. So that's also kind of, if you've had some characters die, I anticipate that you might be that you might need a little extra support. So I think that weapon is hopefully helpful in making Aoife a little more useful in that way.
I might be looking at a reset. This has not been a good turn. Oh, Amir? Oh, yeah, Amir and Ayoka have a talk. Okay, I've just noticed that.
I was going to mention that, yeah. Because I think you've got... so another thing with the game that I really wanted to have, and I guess is like pretty traditional to these games, but all of the characters have multiple supports that they can potentially have, and you can't obviously like see all of them in one playthrough. But yeah, you have 3 supports going with Kieran Innes and Rowan and Connell and Aoka and Ymir.
Okay, and then Aoife is by herself.
Yes, she could be paired with people. Yeah, but
here's the scary. Oh no!
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna reset.
Totally fine.
Because I'm not losing Ghost this late in. He's been a fan favorite.
Yeah, totally fine.
All right, so let's try this again here. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently this time. I'm going in knowing a little bit more. So First things first, I want to make sure I get these guys better. Because I didn't do a good job of that before. Oh, what was that?
So, and I think I need to do a better job of notifying when that happens, but this actually happened in one of your other playthroughs too. That Hunter's Bow item, that was rough that it just happened twice in a row, but it has a chance of ignoring defense.
I see.
But yeah, that's real rough that that just happened twice.
That's alright. Alright, so yeah, I definitely want her to be calm too, so that's something I need to switch her to when I can.
And it does, yeah, so that state of hers does like transfer in between levels too.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah, I felt bad for like every character I lost because all of them seem really interesting.
Yeah,
But if I didn't lose characters peeking at that recruitment guide, I wouldn't have Ghost, right?
Right. And there's one other like kind of main character that is also you have to lose someone to get, but
You've said
then
that
there also
if Kier dies, that's like a major change.
yes, yeah. There are some relationships obviously that change a lot if that happens, and then you also get another character.
Interesting. Yeah, because I'm probably not going to do it immediately, but I was thinking about doing, if it's different enough, doing another playthrough on the channel one day, where Kier dies in, like, Chapter 1. Just to see what that looks like.
For sure. I mean, there are tons of, like, conversations, events, supports, that kind of thing that I think you obviously haven't seen, so definitely worth it, potentially.
Oh, that exchange went a lot better this time. Alright,
I is still maybe a problem, but...
I think Ghost is the only one that hasn't moved. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that's what I expected to happen last time. And I might save at the beginning of some turns, too, just to make sure we're not here all day, because...
Please do, please do. When I test play the game, I save frequently, so...
I try not to.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how you intended it. But especially Chapter 8. I started to at the end.
No, for sure.
Because I tried to show it in my footage. I really did play that from the beginning, like, multiple times.
Yeah, that is definitely, and narratively, I think I want it to be a tense chapter. But I definitely see...
Maybe not that tense.
Right. There are definitely some different, like, routes that you could try and have Aoife take to get to the exit, and I think the one that you were doing may be one of the harder ones.
Yeah, I definitely felt like I was doing something wrong. I think...
not that that's wrong.
Yeah, let's put her in range. I think that's what we do. And then I think I hit 0 on that. Yeah, I hit 0 on that guy. Oop. But yeah, that was one of the hardest levels I've played in an SRPG. That was intense.
Yeah, and I did adjust some things after seeing your playthrough. So yeah.
I also wish you would update the... I wish you would use the Steam community tab or community post feature to like post the changelog, because there's times I see it's like, oh, it has like a sizable update today. I wonder what changed. I wonder what it did.
Yes, yeah, I should be a good dev and do that. I am I think sometimes, yeah, I think I'm partly too lazy, partly kind of like, I don't know if I want everyone to see what's going on behind the scenes, but
I see.
Yeah, I should be a good dev and do that.
Now these guys and the archers are reaching me at the same time, so I've got a lot to think about. Alright, that'll get rid of one. I think... No, she can finish one. Do these guys steal? Do the assassins steal?
No, not unless they have an item that gives them that
Okay.
ability. And I will actually just kind of, again, maybe sort of behind the scenes. The thieves that are programmed to steal have an herb in their inventory in order to make it one that was hopefully like it's kind of supposed to be maybe an indication if you notice, like if you're paying attention and you notice that the thieves that will try and steal from you have that, but then it's also to ensure that they are not stealing multiple items, because I think that would be kind of brutal if they stole 2 items from you.
I mean, that's one I already think is pretty brutal.
Right. That is also so one thing with there's a new game plus where you can carry over items. So I definitely wanted to make it so that items were kind of something that you're like you're not, the equipment that you have isn't necessarily permanent, that you have it like it's possible you could lose some things and maybe have to make do with not as great of equipment at times.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay. We survived. Okay, I'll take getting rid of a dog. Kier is just, or not Kier, Ennis is just so good.
They've got a pretty strong support, especially with Avoid. So yeah, there's definitely some maybe Avoid tanking you could do with the 2 of them.
Oh, I mean, that's been, Ennis has carried me the whole game that way.
Right. Right.
It's been a lot of Avoid tanking. Alright, what's your range? Okay, not terrible. Let's save again, because that's what we're doing. Boom. Alright. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep that up. Let's level Ghost if we can. Yeah, he's so good now. 9 times 4.
Right.
Actually might need him to heal this turn. I haven't used his ranged attack yet. We could check that out. The hit's so low though, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of the trade-off. Especially against a sword with his axe. Not great hit.
Well, that looks good. I'm worried about the wolf. What's your range? Okay, he can't even hit me there. I guess I could always soften with Aoka. There we go. That'll help. The Griffin is also a creature I don't think I've seen in many SRPGs, so that's something different.
Yeah, yeah, and I thought it was, I remember you mentioning
The Age.
Yes, yeah, and I kind of I'm a huge nature documentary person, so I was kind of basing some of the my like version of the griffin off of eagles and what some species of eagles do. So yeah, but yeah, I was trying to make them not like too mystical, but also obviously not real creature.
Oh, oops.
Ooh, rough.
Darn it. Alright, I will reset again.
You're good. Yeah, I removed the load option from the menu. I don't know why I did that. I need to put that back. That was foolish. I don't know why.
I don't know if I even noticed.
I think it would just make obviously like kind of resetting like that a little bit easier.
I don't think it's bad anyway. Oh, you mean from here?
Right, right.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Because I've been cutting it out for you, audience, but I've been just, anytime I'm ready to reset, I just, like, send
Right.
whatever main character into their death, and I was telling Cole a second ago that sometimes I do that, like, I'll put Kier and be like, oh, there's, like, 10 guys, and Kier will dodge all of them and kill all of them, and I'm like, great!
Reliable when you don't need him to be.
Yes. Alright, let's take some steps back here. Alright. Then I wanted Aoka to soften that guy. We can have Innes get rid of that guy again, or do that. I think Aoife was doing fine here. She was taking some... Actually, that might have been too much for her. In hindsight. Because if that dog goes for her too, I think that might be too much. But then, okay. A lot of thinking. Let's do that, and get rid of that guy. Alright, let's do this talk. The last time I was here, it looked so different. Everything was different then. Colonel, I'm sorry I left. I wish I hadn't. I wish we weren't here now. I wish you didn't have to see me like this. I want to be with you, and now, I can never be with you again. Not with skin, or lips, or neck. I don't know what I was thinking. I wanted to do something on my own. You've always done so much for me. I wanted to do something for you. I wanted to do something for our future. I'm sorry, by the way, I'm sure this is probably like taking a book you've read and reading it back to you. It probably feels weird.
It's definitely a weird experience, but you know, it is. I'm here.
I also find it odd. I don't know that it matters, but if I hit an arrow key, that disappears, and then I can bring it back.
Yes, I will look into that.
Yeah, I just hitting left and right just makes it go away and then brings it back.
Yeah, so you can see like kind of the map, and then I do know that up kind of gives you the log. So
I didn't even know that. Well, that's nifty.
Yeah, that's useful. Yes,
I like that. You didn't have to. I never asked you to do that. You should have let me help you. But I don't want to talk about the past. For the last 5 years, I've thought of what I would do and say if I could see you again. I don't care about the past. I want you. I want to touch you. You can say that, but I'm not what I was. I don't believe that you could want this. Okay. This is kind of what I was looking for last chapter. I was curious if you were considering something like this. I've never asked for things to be the same. Things change. I have you again. I want everything that you are now and every day from here on. I still want you. I want you too. Alright. Yeah, I wondered if we were gonna get into that. That, like, I don't know how if, like, my girlfriend showed up and was a skeleton. Like, I like to think
right.
I would react how Konal does, but I might be like, oh no. Like, this is terrible. And that's not to say if she was, like, severely burned or something happened. Like, it's different. It's more of the, like, you came back to life thing.
Right.
I can imagine characters having thoughts about that.
Yeah, that was definitely something that something I like to do and try to do is just like, okay, there's a premise with this character, like with Rowan, he's come back from the dead. Like, where do we go with that? How do we run with that in a way that might be interesting?
I'm being, like, uber careful now. What do you have? Okay, you have a short axe. I think here can take one hit from that, if he has to. Oh wait, he doesn't even have to, because I can just doot. And now he's good. Alright, I think I'm just gonna ignore the the little spearman. I think that's the play on that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get this talk done too. How you holding up? To be honest, I'm scared. Funmi's scared. She's never been in a closed space for this long, for this much fighting. I keep thinking, I don't want her to die like this. I'm scared too. I've never been afraid of dying before, if I was with her. I don't want to admit it, but I felt abandoned when when Mabe left me here. I wondered about that too. You're hitting a lot of things that were in the back of my mind. I will always
Kind of
have...
finishing some arcs.
Yeah, I will always have feelings for her. I know that we both love each other deeply. But without her next to me, I'm learning who I am on my own. You were right before, I haven't been happy. Being a guard, living for another person, has left me silent. I want to be happy. I know I can be. Don't be scared, I'll protect you and Funmi. I won't let you die. I love that little sound effect, that's cool. She believes you. Thanks, Amir. Yeah, I like their little relationship. Like, just, it's neat.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to also... I didn't want to have only romances. I wanted there to also be some friendships. I know that you had noted kind of Aoife and Kier and their relationship, like, just solid friendship.
Yeah, I liked that. That it was just kind of like you have friends that will stick by your side, and you don't have to worry about constantly... It's something I think about, because we see, especially online, like, people love drama. And so I try to surround myself with people that don't like drama, really. Because, you know, I got enough of that in schooling, and I'm done with that. And so...
Oh, the American... Yeah.
I know.
Just gonna say the American...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the American education system. I feel like as a teacher, I think it's brutal. There's a lot of drama, lots of, like, you're just putting teenagers in real tough positions, I think. But yeah, sorry, I interrupted.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I've just seen so many people that I like to watch, and even just regular people that, like, it is kind of like the whole cancel culture thing that's like, oh, you did something that we didn't like that one time. We can't talk to you or think about you ever again. And I'm like, what happens to, like, people growing and changing as a person? Right. Like, you know,
Yeah,
I definitely wouldn't want to be judged for things 10 or 15 years ago. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot to. I'm not the smartest person to, like, speak on cancel culture. Like, I've read and watched lots of smart people talk about it. But yeah, I think like having empathy for other people is something I think is really important. I think should be valued more in the world. But
I mean, I can kind of gather that from the game, though, too.
Yes, yeah.
I do think that's something that comes across, but it's just kind of like, you know, you want real friends that are not not your friend because it's expedient or because it's socially helpful. You want friends that are friends with you because they like you and they like hanging out with you.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping all of my co-hosts that way. I do think so. I think I found some really neat people. And I think this is a good time to point out for you, too. Cole has, on his website, which I will link in the description, he has his own kind of scholarly writings as well that I think are worth a read.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Some of those are from a while ago now, but yeah, I still have them up there. I definitely would love if people kind of check out other stuff.
I'm gonna make another save here because let me keep going here. Let me save on one with no data, because when I ran Aoife ahead before, there was a branching path here, so I kind of want to look at both. Girl, let's settle this, just you and me. Alright, yeah, we're gonna try accepting that first. Oh! Raise your sword. You're the leader. You've killed dozens of my men. Fair. I can see in your expression how much you hate me. You would make a good mercenary. I owe you pain. Oh my gosh. Well, that ain't good. Well, I think we can just end. We don't have to... I can't do anything. Can she beat him, though?
Well-timed dodge there.
Oh, they move now.
I was gonna say that when you said earlier, like you're not gonna worry about them, but yes, they do start moving because I didn't want people to get that kind of thinking that they weren't gonna move.
Alright, well, easily enough dealt with. There we go. Alright, yeah, this is the one I'm afraid of. I really wish she had some things to heal. Oh, I can talk? Violence is survival. I imagine you know that more than most, considering how many you've killed. I'm a man of deep pride. Don't think we can talk and I'll stand down. Oh, I did think that, potentially. Can I steal from you? Can I, like... What is the bear pelt? I can't look while I'm here. Alright, that's fine. I don't know that there's a whole lot I can do. So that's... Okay, I think we equip the Iron Sword to have higher dodge, and then we pray. He is, like, real scary. And I don't know if he gets mad at me. I'd like to run a healer up there. I might need to do that. Oh, and he heals. Yeah, I'll hold you again. Okay. So I don't know that we can accept his challenge. I think he is a bit too strong. You can just tell me if I run a healer up there, will he get mad at me?
What do you mean by like get mad at you? Like, will he start moving?
Will it force me out of the event and be like, this is not the two of us?
No, after, okay, I think I understand what you're saying. So yeah, once the event happens, the event clears out those enemies, and then if you want to throw people up there, go for it.
Okay. So
it's not necessarily a fair challenge. It's not kept.
Okay, that's what I'm asking, so... Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clean people out as much as we can, so that our healer doesn't just die, because that would not be ideal. And we can get rid of these spearmen.
Yeah, and so I know at one point you and we had even talked about this, like off this chat, of course. But yeah, obviously my intention is never for units to move when you haven't had a chance to like see that they're going to move. So like with those spearmen, yes. I'm noticing that I might want to kind of adjust that so that
you have a chance to notice it.
Yes, because that is, I always think that is a ridiculous thing when games in this genre have where a unit appears and then moves.
Oh, now
in the same turn. Yeah, so that's kind of the goal, is that you should be able to kind of see that they are going to move before.
Well, I think this one's fair because I chose to leave them alive. That's like, true. It's not that they just spawned in one turn. It's like, I didn't know they were there. It's that they were there and I ignored them, and that's kind of the punishment for me ignoring them. I think that's kind of fair. Sure, we'll let Conal get some experience. Let's see. Alright, we'll do that. I'm just kind of doing what I can, before we engage in this duel again. There we go.
And forgive me if you hear wild noises. I've got a cat that wants a lot of attention right now. It's always like, whenever I start a recording or something like this, he's like, okay, now is my chance to bug Dad.
Is the cat named Ghost?
No, his name is Loki. I do have a black cat, though. Ghost is definitely with love to all of my cats. I have 3 cats, so yeah. I guess we should say inspired by my love of my 3 cats.
I've just got my little dogs running around. Yeah, I think you saw him in chapter 8.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
hugging one at the end of that. Oh my gosh.
You had one that had just had, was it like surgery or?
He hurt his leg in our
Okay.
backyard.
Okay.
There is some wire back there that my landlord has not taken care of yet, and he got a
Of
little
course.
puncture wound from that.
Yeah.
So he had to go to the vet, get that all stitched up, and he was very unhappy with his cone, but he had to wear it for
Right.
several weeks.
Yeah. That's good that he's doing better.
Yep, he's back to his old self finally. I think I want to put Amir in the way of that, because Amir can take a punch. Amir has been another favorite of mine. She's just cool.
I really wanted to. I think sometimes like movement becomes one of the stats that people like really focus on in strategy RPGs.
That is an
And
understatement.
yeah, and I really wanted to make it. I mean, very intentionally, I don't have anything like warp. There is a staff that can give you increased movement, like for select time, but I wanted to keep things a little more contained. I think that also fits more with the narrative too, like keeping these a little more grounded, a little more realistic. But yeah, Emir, she also gets more she gets double the learn points per level up, so that's another way to kind of keep her viable, I guess.
I see. And I joke about it, but like, yeah, people really care about move, but for some reason for me, I've never cared, because I think it's part of it is I really don't care for LTC stuff, which is low turn count in this genre.
Right.
Um,
Same.
I much prefer like taking my time and doing things like that. So
Right, and I think of course for people that are like speed running or that kind of thing, I understand if it's a little more obviously move is going to be more important, but yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm not. I enjoy watching some speed runs, but I'm not into doing it myself really.
Yeah, it's not my preferred way to play, and that's also I'm not a huge fan of like warp shenanigans. That's again, it's just not my preferred way to play.
Yeah.
But obviously, I see the enjoyment that people get from it.
Mm-hmm. The reason SRPG is my favorite genre is because I like to move my little guys around the screen and watch numbers go up. I mean that really is simple as it is.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? All right, I'm gonna totally cheese this fight here.
You're good.
All right.
Yeah, and as much as I mean, for me, it's really like play any way that you want to play. Like, if you wanted to play with resetting, I wouldn't be upset about any players like doing that. I don't think there's a wrong way to play the game, and I don't think like if you want to save more frequently, again, I do it. So I think it's whatever. I want players to be open to do whatever makes them most comfortable.
Yeah, I definitely like that, and that's kind of my approach to games as well.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is the turn we go all in. He one-shot skier. That's not good. What about Innis? Innis can probably. Oh well, he doesn't do much damage, but doesn't get one shot. Trying to think about how I can do this here.
Yeah.
How can we cheese? Need to heal her again. This is like the Ike and Black Knight fight.
That was also it was definitely something I like thought about with this, but I didn't want to make it too. I mean, I do think it's cool when you get those moments where, but I also think it could be with how I wanted to build Odgar just in terms of stats, I think it would be pretty rough if you really could only use Aoife.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we've got that going for us. I'm getting everybody ready to go all in.
Yeah, I think you've got a great plan here of kind of bringing him down a little bit, like luring him out.
Alright, you don't die, and you do 8. I don't remember how much Aoife does. But I'm gonna dance her. Let's check. I'm curious. You do 8 as well. Okay, so who he attacks doesn't really matter. We both do 8. Alright, let's do that. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna save that, and we're gonna ultimate cheese this, I don't care. Okay.
Totally fine.
So I definitely want to get that talk in. Yeah, I am surprised that he doesn't stand down a little bit. Ooh, I do 16 if I do that now. Alright, let's do that.
That was something I also, especially with weapons having unlimited uses, I really wanted to make it so even iron weapons are potentially viable at the end of the game, but there really isn't. Mir's gonna have a rough time with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Everybody does, pretty much. But I feel like I've got to win it this turn. I might need to... Oh, he doesn't die. He can take the one hit. So, that puts us... Let's do that. Oh, they have a talk. You're the one who raised the dead. You've caused me quite the headache. Thought I would be scared to face you. I'm not. This is for Nihil. Oh, that's such a badass line. Now I want to do things differently. Now I want to see, like, everybody's talks. So that might take another reset, but I'm wondering if Rowan and Conal both have talks as well. Do you survive a hit?
They definitely do.
Okay, then yeah, I do want to see those. Okay, well let's fight with, yeah, Rowan. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Do I want to do it that way? I think so. I think that works. Is that you, Rowan? I've rehearsed this moment so many times in my head. I trusted you. Conal and I relied on you when we left the Knights, when we were forced out. I trusted you. So, is it that gay people were banned? Is that why they were forced out?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So
I wondered if I was picking up on that correctly.
Yes. Yeah, the former queen kind of had that policy, yeah.
I see. They're a little vague about it, but I was like, I think I'm reading the subtext right.
Right, yeah. There definitely is a lot of subtext there, but I'm glad that it came across.
I do feel a little bit weird about the fact that she bans them and then they kill her. It's like,
that
man.
Is, yeah, I'm actually not going to say anything because I think that is something that's touched on. Yeah.
Okay, because I had the same reaction with Aoka, that it was like her mom got forced out, and then it was like, oh, I wanna go serve them, and I was like, they exiled your mom.
Right, yeah, that one, I mean, so, I don't wanna, I mean, it is kind of weird, I don't wanna, like, explain too much, or, like, over-explain, but,
sure.
I think with her, I think that the conversation that she's having with Emir there is really, I think, the opposite of that she's saying that she's kind of not as, like, she's happy that she's not one of those royal knights kind of because of maybe what they did.
I see.
But I think could be totally, yeah, read in different ways, yeah.
Yeah, I think I just read it different. And before I forget, I wanted to make sure I showed it off. I do have another skull shirt on to celebrate today.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I'm not on camera, but I have a purple shirt, like representing Rowan, his like armor kind of.
I love it.
Color scheme. So, yeah.
Purple's my favorite color, so I'm a big fan of the color scheme. All right, let's finish talking to Odgar though. I trusted you. It was easy to convince you and Conal to work for me. It was easy to get you to kill the queen you hated so much. It was easy to kill you. Oh! Strength is all that matters. You're weak, too emotional. You weren't strong enough. I know you cared for Conal and me. I think you envied us, what we had. We wanted to leave to get away from you in this life. You envied us. I never cared for you. Oh, he totally did. He's lying. Alright, oh, he does survive that. Alright, let's go for that. Conal. You don't want to face me. I'm not afraid of you. You lied to me, but that's not why I've stayed. I didn't know what else to do. I've been paralyzed for years. I've been doing what seemed easy. Now I'm in control. I don't have to do what's easy. Boom. I can't forgive you, Odgar. I hate you. You've made my life unbearable. I want you dead. I want to bury you. I've done terrible things. I murdered the queen. For that I can't forgive myself. And I can't forgive you. You manipulated me. You betrayed me. You weren't always like this, Odgar. We were close. I admired you. We had something. You cared. I almost miss it. So I'm wondering, like, was he a father figure to them? Like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what he was to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's different readings of the subtext, but yeah, I don't want to over. I never like it when authors are like, "This is the only," or just writers in general.
Yeah.
This is the only way this could be read. But yeah, there's definitely. I wanted there to be maybe some different readings of that.
Yeah, I wondered if he wanted to be their third or something too. I don't know.
That was definitely a reading that I. Again, not trying to like authorize readings or anything, but that's definitely a reading that I had potentially in mind.
I see. Until I remember what you did to me, everything you took from me. I mean, he only took your life, your skin, your happiness. Is that... Strength is all that matters. Man, he just has that mantra. The weak envy strength and power. They want to be like us. Why protect the weak? You're strong, Aoife. That much is clear. Yeah? I helped you. Taking everything made you stronger. You aren't poor or meek or starving, you survived. Too many expect the rich and powerful to give up their strength. I did not. I became strong. Now they envy me. You want me to give up my power. I won't. I've earned this. I won't stop until I'm dead. Alright? You've earned your power too. Hasn't it felt good to kill all the men and women that you've killed? You're no better than me. We're the same. You want me dead. You want me to feel pain. I'm like so invested in this right now. I want to bury you. And he's gone. I guess that's it. I guess it's over. Yeah, I guess so. Oh. Alright, we're gonna save that there. 'Tis well he died. He's gone. Alright, I do think, though, that is where we end this episode. Because there's one more. There's one more level. I'm very curious about this. So tune in next time to see what happens. And Cole will still be here as well. We're going to finish this out. So make sure to check the description for his website. You can find the recruitment guide. You can see all the mistakes I've made. And more of his philosophy about things. So I think that's super cool. And until next time.
Time don't feel so linear, with heartbreak so familiar. We all know what's insane, so why not break the chain? Break the chain, break the chain, break the chain.